Hey guys, it's Chedic, and this is the first video of Canny Endurance. Now, this amplifier is called the Tunnel Amplifier, otherwise known as A Amplifier, otherwise known as the Eastern Amplifier on the map. So we're going to be using this map, Mike Werner's spreadsheet, from now on to show you which amplifiers I'm showing on the map. I'm going to rename them though, because I do not like East Amp, Northeast Amp, and Northwest Amp. I rather name them. So we're starting with the first amplifier, the East Amplifier, otherwise known as Tunnel Amplifier, because that's what I'm calling it. So we're going to be breaking it up in sections because there's a few amplifiers that we're going to have to talk to, and I still want to make adjustments as I go on. However, this build I've been using, I haven't changed since the beginning, and I think it's perfect. So we're not going to be talking about A North today. What we're going to be talking about is A East today. So first things first, surround your amplifier in walls, metal walls all around it. You don't even have to do the sound wall and wall lights thing. That trick no longer works. It was a trick to do mini boss stuns. Doesn't work, so don't do that. So just basically surround your cornucopia amplifier and you'll be fine. From then on, we will start at the beginning where the spawns are. We're gonna run through the tunnel. It's a tunnel, so natural tunnel. So what we're going to do is you're going to notice where the spawns are. The spawns are all the way down here, just all the way in this party zone, and they all spawn here along with here. So what I've done is my building blocks of trapping guide area. First thing I did was the spawn kill. Now, since we have a ton of build limit in Canny Valley, there's no reason to not spawn kill, and there's no reason to not go overboard. Personally, I have tons of materials, so I'm going overboard. If you do not have these tons of materials, then make do with what you can. But if you go overboard like I do with 130 traps and everything, you can AFK wave 29 and you can AFK wave 30. So let's get started. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to walk up this hill from the beginning of the tunnel, and you're going to turn left and then left, and at the end of the hill you're going to be placing a tile, and you're going to go all the way down to the east and all the way down. You're going to fill in this whole thing. From here you're going to go two tiles up, and put in these 2 tiles here. But you're going to leave this area empty. It's at the start of this, it's going to be in a 2x2. You're going to leave that area empty because it's going to be block off. I've been marking it in so from here you're going 1 tile up, 1 tile up, 1 tile north, and then 1 tile west, and then you're going to leave a 2x2 empty. But everything else you're going to surround in metal except for the hill. And from here as well, you're going to come up from the hill, and you're going to come up to this corner, and you're going to go 3 tiles down, surround that all with metal. Now you have that all surrounded with metal. Now let's show you the tiles that you need to break in order to make this work. So from this area, you're going to go 2 tiles to the north, and you're going to be breaking the 2 tiles here. This is to stop the husk from falling onto there and to walking on top. And then from over here, right here at this little hill, you're going to be breaking this tile and this tile. You do not have to worry about the spawn up there, because if they fall in, what they're going to do is they're just going to walk down there to that gap over here, so you'll be fine. And last but not least, the waterfall. Toss that up and you're all good. I think you could actually fill it in. However, I would prefer if the husks fall down and take gas trap damage instead of going into the natural tunnel. And then all of those tiles underneath, fill it up with gas traps. And that's basically all you need to do for the spawn kill. Now, for the block off, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be placing a sandwich. But this first sandwich is going to have a diagonal piece with the northwest and the southeast tiles filled in. If you guys don't know what sandwiches are, if you're new Canny players, and I'm sorry, I'm kind of taking this like the Twine Endurance builds, and I'm sorry for that. A sandwich is basically block off, and block off is to obstruct the pathway so husks will path into a different area. For example, I'm blocking off this side so the husks can path into that side. And once that's done, it's just it's a layer I don't need to worry about. So the block off here is a sandwich, and the sandwich is basically walls surrounded by a pyramid, and a pyramid with a floor inside of it. That's a full sandwich. So this is a full sandwich, and it's going to be 1 full sandwich here, another full sandwich behind it with a corner facing the southeast, with a floor piece edited from the southeast tiles, the south tiles, the 2 south. So it's basically would look something like the 2 floor south tiles are out. And then we're going to jump over from this corner piece, and it's going to be a pyramid piece with the floor piece edited out with the 2 east tiles. And then from then on, it's all the same. All the pyramids are facing the southeast, and all the floor block off looks like this. And just basically you go down 1, 2, and 3. You could do the ramp style like this if you want to. That's what I did instead of the sandwiches, and that's it. You go 2 tiles down, and that's all the block off you have on the left side. And that's about it for that side. Now, so we'll move on to the other piece of block off, which is very important, which is on the left side. I'm messing up a lot today, guys. I'm kind of rusty. I hope you understand, but it's okay. So what you're going to do is when they walk up through here, there's another pathway on the left side, on the south side, and you don't want them going up there because this will also affect the C amplifier, which I'll call imp amplifier block off. So this is 2 in 1. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to the corner piece, jump down, and place a wall here to connect the gas traps. From then on, you're going to surround all of the natural terrain that you otherwise couldn't trap on, all of it, in metal pieces. Whenever you're building with block off, you must build in metal. If you do not build within metal, well, basically you're messing it up. If you build with brick or wood, the block off will not work as properly. That's why all of this metal, all the block off is metal. So for the left side block off, it's this natural tunnel as well. And basically what I've done is I've added a full sandwich with the floor piece facing the south, facing the east with the 2 tiles out, and it's basically that all the way down. The only difference is these 2 walls have wall spikes on them. Basically, I edited this because on Wave 29 you'll see hits because I was completely AFK. I've added wall spikes with extra HP, also so they can deal damage if they do break these 2 walls. I think they'll stop, but if they do, then that will just allow me to AFK even longer, or just until Wave 30. And then it's basically full sandwiches, like I've mentioned before. It's a wall pyramid facing the southeast in this case, a floor piece edited from the east in this case, and then a wall. That's a full sandwich, and it's all the way down, filling in this whole natural tunnel all the way down. Oh, that's tier 1. I gotta upgrade that. And basically all the way down until you're done, and that's your block off for this side. And block off, like I said, it makes them funnel into one path right here. If you guys don't know what block off is, I hope you understand now, and hopefully you can learn how useful it is for tunneling. And then the rest of it's pretty much simple. You only have one more pathway left, and the pathway which we're going to be using, the natural tunnel. So to start it off, we have to show you the traps that I'm using. So if you haven't known, the only trap that we used so far was ceiling gas trap, and the perks of those traps will be shown on the screen. These are all of the traps I will be using for all of these builds. Just a tad bit quiet so you can see them. I hope you guys get these traps. They're very good. And if you AFK Canny Endurance, just like that guy do, you'll have enough perk up to level with these traps. Traps are better than guns. Just want you to know. Don't trust anyone if they say guns are better. You want to block them immediately. Delete them on the friends list. And just know that traps are better. If someone says they're not, beat them up. Okay, so now that we're done with that, what we're going to do is you're going to move all the way to the wall, and you're going to be placing walls down. It's going to be natural terrain behind that, like so. And what you're going to be doing on that is you're going to be placing wall launchers. For this one, I'm going to be placing 4x wall launchers. You could put 3x's or 2x's, whatever you do, but I prefer 4x's in this certain situation because, well, the more impact on a full wall launcher or a floor launcher, the farther it'll push them back away. And, well, the more knockback. Well, the more impact knockback person, you know, yada yada, impact threshold video. Haven't made it yet, probably never will. So yeah, you're going to be putting 4x wall launchers here to knock them farther back into the gas. You're going to be placing 2 of them because you're going to have another wall launcher to the left at the beginning of the tile. You're going to have a wooden floor spike to slow them down, and a 4x wall launcher to push them all the way along there to that wall, where they will also be further recycled by these wall launchers to recycle them down there. Everything on top is ceiling gas because ceiling gas is broken, and they will be nerfed soon enough. Just wait on it. And then the next tile is wooden floor spikes and 2 broadsides. Now, I think you guys are wondering, Chedic using broadsides? Nani? Well, it's a natural tunnel, and the only thing behind those broadsides isn't block off but natural terrain. So it's just gonna place the broadsides and you'll be fine. Because if they get knocked back through, they get knocked back into solid wall and everything's fine. Then you're going to be placing a tar pit trap, wooden floor spikes if you don't have tar pit, and if you're a poor soul who doesn't have a tar pit, you suck. I'm sorry, but you suck. That's horrible. And then a 4x wall launcher to push them all the way back down. Wall darts on the left and ceiling gas on top. Wall darts to not affect the wall launcher's impact. And if you don't know what that is, well, I'm sorry. Just trust me on it. Every time you have a wall launcher, any wall dart, you want to have a. Every time you have a wall launcher, you want to have a wall dart facing it. If you don't, you're in for a bad time. You're in for a bad time. Well, for endurance, but for Canny endurance, it doesn't really matter. Kind of does actually. And then on the next tile, it's a wall launcher, wooden floor spike, wall dart facing the wall launcher, ceiling gas, and all the way down. Then you'll have another tile with a little piece of block off right here to make sure they walk into this wall launcher. Don't really need it, but if you want it, feel free. And then to the next tile will be wooden floor spike, ceiling gas on top, wall darts on left and right. And then another tile will be tar pit, 4x wall launcher to send them all the way back down, and ceiling gas on top. Then you turn to your right. The path that the husk will be taken. there is a 4x wall launcher facing the south, which will push them all the way over here into this timeout chamber with a 5x impact floor launcher, which will knock them into the sky. Oh, my throat. I'm sorry about that, guys. And then when they come back, they'll get hit with this 5x floor launcher and continue to be recycled and die. And if you want, though, you could remove this ceiling gas and put a 5x floor launcher here. Personally, I think it's the better move. However, I will not be doing so. And then you get back to the amplifier, all dandy. Add this wall tile here to add more, more tunneling, so they can make sure they walk through here and hit the floor launcher or the wall launcher. And then you want to put a floor launcher right here and another floor launcher to the north of it, and that's about it for the east amplifier. And just like well, we have to talk about the last pieces of block off. All the way at the tunnel at the end of it, you're going to make sure you end at this point, all the way down with metal. Make sure you fill it all in. If you don't fill it all in, you're not gonna have a good time. And then just a few more pieces of block off and we're almost done. So basically from this you'll have empty tiles. What you're going to be doing is adding half sandwiches. Half sandwiches are sandwiches without the floor tile, all around facing the northeast, both of these sandwiches, behind this tile and behind the wall launcher. And then it'll end off with a ramp piece right here. So the block off is done. I'm gonna clear my throat after this. Actually, oh, that feels so much better. And then that's it actually for amplifier A from the east. Now this is an SSD build and an endurance build, so preferably how you use it is entirely up to you, but basically this will last you until forever. So I'm just gonna show you guys the footage and then we're out to the outro. And yeah, that's about it for Tunnel East build. I will be bringing you guys Tunnel North build another time. Basically, I just don't want to, pump out videos because I got classwork and stuff. But after Tunnel, we'll vote onto which amplifier you guys want to see next. And yeah, thank you guys for watching my video. Make sure to use my supporter creator code to support me at Chedic. And follow my Twitter to keep updated. I don't know, I'm just plugging stuff at this point. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Toodles.